I feel like this intro's missing something.
Where's Chris?
Chris ain't here, man.
Chris ain't here, man.
I don't know, man.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Musical Chairs of Massachusetts, where we spotlight local area musicians here in the Chair City. I'm Nikki, and look who just randomly appeared.
Ta-da! Yeah, that's what we call movie magic. And with movie magic, you are also at the Musical Chairs of Massachusetts. La, 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 la. I'm okay. We're okay. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode again of Musical Chairs of Massachusetts, where we find musicians locally and abroad.
Sometimes they find us.
And sometimes they find us. In this case, this one found us, which I am so glad he did. But then, yes, and then we have them come down to the studio where we poke and prod them.
Feed them snacks.
Feed them snacks. Throw a couple, brum crumbs. Wow. Bum crumbs?
No.
Bread crumbs. Yeah. I swear I wasn't thinking about bums. We have them perform some songs for us. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I just want to do some traditional shameless plugging. This show is a podcast, if you did not know. And we are out there in the social webs. So make sure you look for us. And you can find us just by typing in our social handle at Musical Chairs Mass. Anyways, so 'tis be the month of August. August.
It's swassy.
Swassy. Yeah, it's a bit warm. It's a bit toasty. A little bit roasty. I am like Stromboli. It's well deserved. So, but don't worry, folks. There's a lot of stuff going on around here, right? We have some sort of festival in 5 days.
Yeah, here it rocks.
It rocks.
Yeah, Hardwick ROCKS.
Ooh. Yeah, let's say yeah. Raise the roof.
Well, I mean, it's outside. There's no roof.
There's no roof.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, that would be a lot of roof to raise too if it was the sky.
Then you got to get the fire marshal involved and all that. Yeah,
it's a lot of paperwork. Yeah. But yes, the Hardwick Rock Festival is in 5 days at the Hardwick Winery. And it's not one of those places where you get to go wine. That's a home. This place serves wine. And
it's pretty delicious too.
It's delicious, right? Fantastic place. What a great venue. They're going to have 2 stages. A lot of our musician buddies, including today's guest, will be there performing, which is sweet.
With a band.
With a band.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and this show, again, it's person behind the curtain that's doing all the footwork is Amanda May. She's
Amanda Melly.
Amanda May. I've been calling her the wrong thing. Is it really?
Yeah. You're thinking Michelle May merged with Amanda Melly.
Wait. Where's that? Where? Give me that. Yeah. I deserve all of that. Yeah. Okay, Melly. Sorry, Amanda. If you're watching this, it's a aneurysm. Anyways. So, but yes, Amanda, you rock, and what a fantastic musician too. Like,
very talented.
Yeah, her vocals are insane.
I mean, she does it all from Mariah Carey to Dolly Parton and everything in between, including her.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's gonna be great. What else? Oh, also in 5 days, in case you can't make it out to Hardwick. Winchenstock.
Ooh.
In Winchendon, Massachusetts, at the new, or fairly new, it's like 2 years old now, amphitheater.
Beautiful location.
Yeah, talk about. Yeah.
I mean, you feel like you're not in Winchentucky anymore.
No banjos here. Sorry, everybody, Winchin. But no, seriously, it's a great venue. The Winchin Community Park Recreation people have really done a fantastic job at raising the funds for this beautiful park. I highly recommend going to check them out. I believe that's a free event. If not, don't hold me against it. But again, it's great. Go see our buddies, the Big Random. They'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there'll be a lot of other fantastic acts that are showing up to that gig, and some of them have been on the show. So make sure you show your support. That's always a great thing to do. It's fun. It's fun, and hopefully it's not raining.
Yeah.
Hello, Saya. No, that's Nikki knocking on wood, making sure that it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was gonna go. Who's there?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
I don't know. I just messed that up.
Yeah. Well, I can do one.
I got one. All right.
Okay.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Knock knock.
Oh yeah, there we go. Who's there?
I fucked that up again.
I think I know where you're going though.
Hold on. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. No, don't worry. Let's keep all this.
Yeah. This is gold.
This is gold.
Yeah. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To go see an idiot. Knock knock.
Who's there?
The idiot.
Oh, that dang chicken. I know somebody's gonna have some KFC then. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually my knock joke too. I was gonna use. It's strange, yeah. Anyways, so again, I'll circle back to our guest. He is ultra talented. Oh my god!
Incredible!
Like, right? Like, this music is just really good. Like, I mean, all our musicians are really good, but this next musician is really good. Like, I love his music. So we're really thrilled to have him on the show. And Nikki, why don't you give the people his introduction?
Today we're joined by Seth Newton. He has played music his entire life, starting out playing with heavy rock bands in the Worcester, Massachusetts area, and going on to complete multiple nationwide and regional tours, including performances at some of the most prestigious, notable venues across the country. He has shared the stage with acts such as the Deftones, May, Jimmy Gnecco, and Matt McAndrew, and countless others. He performs over 150 times and touring roughly 7,000 miles in a year. His performances are something that you will not soon forget. Welcome to the studio.
Woo!
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
What a mouthful.
No, Nikki's got it. She's got it locked down.
Yeah. Hire this girl.
I know.
Somebody pay this girl.
Somebody give this lady some moolah.
Throw your money at these guys.
That's right. Thank you. Well, thank you, and thank you for joining us today.
Absolute pleasure. Yeah. Already having a blast.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. We try to keep it real, just keep it real. Yeah. So, what a great introduction by our buddy Nikki. So, yes.
I had a little help from a friend.
Yes, right. Seth, you are. I've checked out your work. I've checked out your music. My God, man, it's impressive. I love the music videos.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. Lots of creative labor, if you will.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So you're originally from Hardwick, is it?
Hardwick, Massachusetts.
No.
Born and raised there. And then when I was like a teenage, well, actually, when I first started playing music was when I was about 10 or 12 years old. Probably closer to 10. I was just kind of noodling around with my dad's acoustic guitar and stuff.
Sure.
And then one of my best friends, who's still one of my best friends, his name is Brian Marcoux. He lived in the same town, just like up the street from me. And miraculously, his whole family was like really amazing musicians, like accomplished. Like his dad had toured the world with some other acts and stuff. And so they were all like, his mom played guitar and sang, and his dad could play everything, and him and his brother could play everything. So they kind of pulled me under their wing when I was like, oh, like I think I like playing music or whatever. And then
I
I started playing in the clubs in Worcester when I was like 12 years old.
Oh my God.
Like we would play like the late night, it's a place called the Espresso Bar.
Oh.
It was, I don't know if anyone knows about that, but yeah, it's like Godsmack played there and Incubus and all the big bands like back then, and like Overcast, all these big like bands back then. Now they're huge, but so like we were literally like kids in this band, like playing like these like seedy rock clubs at night and stuff on the weekends. And
that is
so
awesome.
that's right where it started. And then from then on, just like played in a bunch of other bands. Was in a band that did the Taste of Chaos tour with the Deftones and everything.
I love the Deftones.
I love the Deftones.
That was like a pinnacle moment for me in my life, because I was like, I'd always loved the Deftones when I was a kid. And then when I was like, oh my God, I'm next to Chi, the bassist. I'm like, it was one of those moments in your life where you're like, I have to say something.
Yeah.
I like, at the risk of like bothering him, like what if he's a jerk or whatever, just be like, I kick myself if I don't just be like,
oh yeah,
excuse me, man. Like I was like, hey, I just like tapped him or something. I was just like, hey, I just want to tell you like, your music means a lot to me, and it's really like, I appreciate everything you've done for music as a whole. And he was like, oh, thanks, man. that was like me touching the sun. I was like, okay,
you're right.
All right.
Yeah.
And then like after that, I stopped. The band that I was in after that stopped playing, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna stop playing. I got to do something. And so that was the first time where I was like, well, what if I explore like the singer-songwriter thing? I was like, I've written tons of songs, over the years. I was like, I can write some songs, and what would it sound like? What would I do? What would it become?
Right.
So I started doing it just like at open mics and stuff, and then started getting like shows at some of the clubs. Like I think I was out in Western Mass at the time, like Northampton, and so I started doing like.
That's a cool area too.
Oh yeah, I loved living out there. Such a beautiful city. I can't say enough about that city. But and then eventually I started like opening up the Iron Horse, like bills at the Iron Horse. I was like, oh, okay, this is like becoming something. And then I started headlining the Iron Horse. I was like, okay, this is great. And then, then I started getting offers for shows in New York City, and then so on and so forth. Tours and all kinds of stuff.
And that must have been a crazy journey, just being able to then take your music out on the road, see different parts of the country.
Yeah. Well, I had toured with some of the bands before, but doing it by myself was like a whole different, And actually, I really enjoyed it because I was like, I can call the shots. I'm doing whatever I want to do. And if I don't want to play a show, I don't have to. If I want to play a show, I can play. Or if I have like a week off and I want to do a string in a different part of the country, I can contact some of the clubs out there or people I know that are playing through that area. And so, I mean, at one point, I headlined the Hard Rock Cafe in Seattle.
Oh wow!
That was another like moment for me, and I was like when I went there to the club to play that night, and my name was on the marquee. I was like, okay,
I made it.
Well, I was like, geez, okay,
selfie moment.
Yeah. Oh, I took a picture. I was like, it's just you get sheep. Well, you should get like sheepish. I'm sure like the people who do it all the time are like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. They don't even look at it.
That's my name.
I was like, wow, like So yeah, moments like that.
That's awesome. And it's so great that your music, it's evolved, that you've gone from performing in bands to now doing your own thing, and it's really good for the kids out there to see that you too can go out there and play your music, perform, and a 12-year-old.
Yeah,
doing shows, and now you're doing your own thing out there.
Yeah, well, I think it was something about when I was like a kid, like that age. Like I think I learned quick. Like if you want something, or if you want something in your like hemisphere of your life, if it's not there, you're just gonna have to do it yourself or create it. Like that's why like I love like DIY like venues, or like kids who like just are like, yeah, screw it, we're doing like a show in a parking lot. To heck with it, go for it, man. I'm like, yeah, that's the spirit you need.
Yeah.
Like you got to just go for it.
And it's a level of commitment where you just have to, no matter the ups and downs, you just got to keep putting yourself out there, keep playing, and you never know,
Yeah, you just don't know until you try.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
So, shall we get to it, guys? Shall we give them a song?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
So this song is called When It Rains. chances we don't deserve. You know life can be so romantic, it gives us all second chances. No, not for me. 'Cause when it rains it pours. When it rains it pours.
Wow.
Hope I'm not clipping the mic out. Try to
Nope.
turn away.
Yeah.
We're good.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, man. And boy, has it rained and poured around here. Jeez, that was great, my friend. Nikki.
All right. So, living or dead? A dream artist that you would like to collaborate with?
I'm gonna have to consult what I wrote down. I thought long and hard about some of these.
Aren't you glad I prepped you for that?
I know. Well, I was like, these are good questions, you guys. I was like, geez. I said Johnny Cash would be a dead one.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Okay.
just, I mean, well, gosh, why not?
Why
of
not?
course,
Yeah.
If I have the choice. Louis Capaldi, I really like him. He's a
Ooh.
modern,
Yep. No, he's great.
He's hilarious, so I'd love to just hang out with him.
Right.
And two, I think some of his songs are just great.
Yeah.
I think they're really nice, good songwriting, and a great vocalist. The Weeknd.
I love him so
yeah.
much.
He's another great singer too, and
Yeah.
he doesn't get enough credit. But yeah, and I think it'd be cool to. I think the dichotomy of art styles.
Yeah.
Like I can sing some soulful stuff and R&B-ish stuff even, and then I also like that if we could find some kind of middle ground, that'd be cool to try to figure out where those would blend.
All right,
Like,
so
that would be cool.
we gotta push this episode.
Yeah.
The Weeknd.
Yes,
Weeknd.
weekends.
I mean,
we have a challenge for you.
And one more. I know there's four of them.
No,
of
I love
course.
this.
I couldn't. It's hard to narrow them down. Bjork. I love Bjork.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Okay.
Bjork. I've always loved Bjork.
She seems like she'd be a blast.
Oh my gosh! Well, I went to Iceland last year.
Oh, wow.
And because had always been a dream of mine, and I also have a little Scandinavian in my heritage.
Okay.
Which actually, that's where the tattoo is. There, that's the Vejvisur. It's I got it in
yeah.
Iceland because I was like, all right,
that's cool.
I gotta
It
be
is
that
cool.
tourist.
No, I do.
And they were cool with it.
I do the same thing. Like when I go on vacations, that's my souvenir. Is I get ink from wherever I go.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Think
It's the
about
best.
it.
Permanent.
It's
Can't
permanent.
lose it.
It's
Yeah.
the best money you'll spend. Like
Yeah.
it's not
Oh,
a T-shirt
definitely.
or something.
Oh,
I-
definitely.
You can tell I've been nowhere. I'm going to start doing that. That's a great idea,
Yeah,
guys.
that was fun. But so I part of it was I love. You ever heard the band Sigur Rós?
I have not.
I have.
They're so good. They're an Icelandic band. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And then Bjork. I've always loved Bjork. And so part of me was when I was there, I was like, God, I hope I run into some of them.
Yeah.
Like I would freak out. I'd totally fanboy out. And, like, ugh. You know, but yeah. So Bjork would be a really interesting person to. I'd love to pick her brain about if she was, to give me some pointers or be like, I'd love her
Right.
to. I'd love where we could go, possibly like figure out what the heck we could.
I'm actually surprised by the music scene out in Iceland.
it's crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It is. It's really like...
Well, that's like that whole like DIY spirit. Like they're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, just go for it. Yeah, I had the pleasure. I spent my birthday there, so I was like, all right, what am I going to do? Like I had certain things set up that I wanted to do. Like for sure, like I got the tattoo, and I like did one of those day trips where you like go around like the ring, kind of around the ring. It was more like we got to see like some of the bigger sites, like some of the couple of big waterfalls, which
Nice.
were amazing, and then like the glacier and like the black sand beaches and stuff.
Yeah.
And so one of them was, I was like, oh man, like I just spent a lot of time walking around Reykjavik, the main city there.
Yep.
And I finally found like this like rock like store, like where they had like rock clothing and like vinyls and stuff, and it was like the real deal. And I was like, oh, this is my people. I was like, all
Yeah.
right. I was like, hey, to the owner, I was like, hey, so like I love your store. This is amazing. I was like, where do you go for like music? Is there like a rock club in town or like where?
Yeah.
It was kind of the off season, September.
Sure.
And she was like, oh yeah, there's this club downtown. I think it was called Grim I'll have to look it up. But and she was like, "Yeah, there's a metal show there tonight." I was like, "I'm going. So I went down there that night and partied with a bunch of the local like metal rockers in Iceland, and it was so much fun. It was like amazing. They were all super nice. And, it was a blast.
That's incredible. That's and that's the beautiful part too, is that you when you go out into different countries, you go out and travel, you kind of still meet people that are just as involved in music and love music as much as you do, and it's such a universal language.
Oh yeah, I mean, it transcends language. That's funny because we're talking about it, that band Sigur Rós from Iceland. Some of their vocals aren't even like an actual language. They're just something they kind of made up. They made up like sounds to try to capture the emotion. Like they're not even technically like any word in any specific language. They're more just like a sound or consonants and stuff that they felt like fit the melody and trying to evoke the emotion.
Nice.
It's like transcends language. Yeah,
it does. It really does. It's that's why I love it. I whenever I play the piano, I transcend annoyance to no, but seriously.
I didn't know you play piano. That's awesome.
Yeah,
piano is one of my favorite instruments.
Yeah, no,
beautiful.
It's a good like a meditation. And I think that's probably the case with you with yours, your guitar, and just any instrument really. Just it kind of gets you just thinking or not thinking really, just unloading all that day-to-day stuff, letting it go, and just listening to the sounds you're creating and see where it takes you. It's
I feel like music helps you connect with yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and that's why I think sometimes people get emotional unexpectedly.
Right.
Like, sometimes, a song just comes on somewhere and you go, whoa, this is hitting me. Yeah.
Right.
It's a weird thing to hope for, but at most of my shows, if I can get someone to cry, I'm like, yes. I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're welcome, and thank you.
Yes.
Like we had a moment there.
Yeah. And that's a special moment, and like when that audience member connects with their song.
Yeah.
I've been very grateful and fortunate to see other a lot of musicians perform, originals, covers. And, even those moments where, the whole audience is singing the lyrics with the musician.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's really incredible. Well.
Oh, well.
All right. Wow. I want a hot dog real bad.
Oh, that.
I'm pretty sure.
What's her name?
Stacy's mom.
Yeah.
But Owen Wilson always kind of sneaks in.
Wow.
He always sneaks in at least one time a show.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow. But let's go ahead and give the audience, because they're so demanding, another tune.
All right. This song is called Lost at Sea. It's from one of my first release I did. Drinks at the bar. All these treasure maps difference between us, will it close us, and it bites us in an effort to see the surface blind. Give it one more try. Treasure hunters and deep sea divers, buy you drinks at the bar. Whoa, all these treasure maps with pieces torn from them. Got your ship with a still, and the difference between us, yeah, well, it closes and it bites us in an effort to see the surface line. Give it one more try. Let your heart feel alive. Let your heart feel. Let your heart feel alive. Whoa, let your heart feel, yeah, hey,
Wow.
Yeah.
I have goosebumps now.
I know. I could absolutely get lost in your music, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
That was incredible. Speaking of getting lost,
Where are you
There
going
you
with
go.
this?
You got it.
Where are we
He's
going
got
with
it.
this?
this segue doesn't work, Chris.
You forgot your helmet.
I died.
There
I
you
don't have a helmet. Yes. What would your advice be to aspiring musicians that are just starting out?
Yeah, I think like I was saying before, it's like you just have to go for it. Like I feel like the hardest part to get over, for most artists at least, I'm sure it's not everybody because but is just being paralyzed by the fear of judgment or not being good enough or not getting it perfect, not being it's just not ready yet or I'm still working on it. It's like just go for it. Just whatever you got, just put it out there. You do your best, obviously.
Yeah.
But but just take the step. Just jump.
I know.
Take the leap.
Sometimes we're our own worst enemy.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to that sort of
Everything.
thing.
I don't want to go to work. I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to go on tour because what if I get lost? What if I die?
Yeah.
What if I this song's just this song's too personal or this song's not hitting the mark that I want to hit. Or it's just all kinds of stuff. It's like
The what ifs.
your worst enemy.
Yeah.
You're your own worst enemy usually, especially with. I feel like a lot of people with creating art. It's like you'll just get paralyzed by the what ifs or the fear or or the like judgment, your own judgment.
Right.
Yeah, just you know what, pull it together, throw it out there, and then move on. Start just throw the first thing out there, get your feet wet, and then
And I mean,
go.
as someone who's like, I'm an artist myself, and it's like, first of all, you can't please everyone. You're not a taco. Second of all,
I wish I was a taco.
Oh, I love tacos.
second of all, it's like, some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. But hey, did you feel good while you were doing it?
Yeah.
Like if that's your thing and that's what made you feel happy, you're in control of your own happiness.
Yeah, of course. As long as it's genuine, as long as it's I feel like you'll get the most response most often when it's really genuine, and also any positive feedback will mean that much more to you and to the person that connected with if it's genuine. If it's just coming from, just play it from the heart,
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
And we live in a day and age now where we have access to so many platforms, so many social media platforms and avenues to then put your music out there. And it's incredible because you see these musicians who, yesterday was just living an average, normal life. And then they put their music out there and it connects with a huge group of people. And then they go.
I mean, look at Oliver Anthony.
Oliver Anthony's does a great.
Not familiar, is it?
Yeah, so he performed a song called "The Richmond of Richmond, Virginia." There, and he was.
His buddy recorded it on an iPhone.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, he's
50 million
blowing
views.
up. Yeah. But
literally
he's
overnight.
the anti you know what I mean? He's
The anti-establishment.
Yeah.
tablism-isms. But no, he's, preaching about how, the government and, how the country is going and all that. Really real stuff, and everyone just
Why
caught
would that
right
be
on.
relatable?
You're right. You're right.
Why would everyone feel that way?
I mean, I always say, I'm like, Oliver Anthony for president? 'Cause
Yeah,
this
right.
man seems to get it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You just you think that your ideas or your feelings are so niche to yourself,
Right.
And sometimes you put something out there, and everyone's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's what it
yeah, we
is.
feel that."
But
Right.
here's a man just spewing his thoughts, and the people are like, yes.
Yeah, say more, my friend. Yeah,
So, can you share? And I'm sure this is probably gonna be a tough one because I'm sure you have quite a few milestones. But can you share a moment where you felt like you achieved a major milestone?
yeah. There's a few little spots, but one of them, I guess, would be that we didn't talk about was playing my solo music downstairs at the Worcester Palladium.
Oh,
Opening
yeah.
for May. It was. I don't know if you know the group May, M-A-E. They're like a alt rock band from like 2010 or something like that.
Right.
Great band. Yeah, and I can't even remember how the heck I think I was playing a lot of shows upstairs at the Palladium.
Yep.
Acoustic, and opening for a lot of acts up there, and so I had a good relationship with them at the time, and they were like, "Hey, that band May's coming through, and we're gonna have bands upstairs and downstairs before them, and if you sell enough tickets or whatever, there's that kind of thing. Like, the more tickets you sell, the better spot you get." And I sold enough tickets to be downstairs before them.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
That's cool.
Like, oh my gosh. So some of those bigger shows, I have like a band back me up, like a few guys. Just like at the rock show in August at the winery, I'm going to have a full band. Like, we're going to go like
That's awesome.
rock and roll all the way. Like drums, whole drum set, another guitarist with me, another a bassist with me and stuff. And so downstairs at the Palladium, it was just me and my friend Brian, who I grew up with. He's like the best drummer I know ever. And
Right.
it was just, I have like, some pedals and stuff, so I can distort my guitar if I want to.
Oh, nice.
And we just rocked it, just played it like that, just him and I. So it was like a milestone for both of us. So I was like, hey man, we're here. We're playing downstairs at the Palladium,
Oh, that's awesome.
So that was cool. That was a cool local like milestone.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know Worcester is such a great place too for musicians. The Palladium is such a cool venue.
Historic.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that they. It was really seeming rough for a while there.
Right.
I mean, the whole city was for a while. Like when there was like that bigger recession. Well, there's kind of one now, but there was one like 10 years ago or so, and gosh, the place was like falling apart. and then finally they got like identified as a historic site. Yeah. So then the city started taking care of it, and they did renovations, and now it's just gorgeous again. It's like, looks great down there.
It does. It really does. The the work that they put in, and it's just so great to have that venue in our neck of the woods. It's just a nice thing to kind of, for especially for our musicians. I mean, some of those events or some of the past musical events that I've been to have been at those smaller venue places with historical, significance, and it's such a unique experience to be that kind of close up to our musicians. And
definitely. I mean, I hate to say, I usually prefer those like more intimate shows where you can actually you don't have to watch them on a screen or like
right.
Like you're not so far back that you're like, what are they doing? Is that them? Oh yeah, like,
right.
Where's the singer? Oh, they're over there. Yeah, like.
But you also touched upon another festival, the Hardwick
ROCKS.
So what's cool about this, right, is that when this episode drops,
it'll be right before it.
It's 5 days before.
Wow, that's some good luck there.
Yeah.
That's a great promotion there. You guys planned that, didn't you?
We did. Of course. We really did.
Of course.
So, and your buddy Chris will be there. I'll be
nice.
Talking about a third person view here.
You should do some like press, like get a press pass or whatever, and like free in there and walk around and like interview musicians and stuff.
Well, actually, I do have I have a media pass. I'm doing the photography.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's a good idea.
But you know what? I was about to say.
You should both go. Get bring a little microphone thing with a portable recorder and everything. You should interview them.
You want to plant that seed in Amanda's ear?
Yeah. I'm sure she.
Definitely.
Amanda's a wildflower. She'll be all about it.
Yeah. Because we got that new 4K cam. We can I can get my buddy to come down. He'll handle the cam.
Even a phone, even an iPhone.
Just
if it works for Oliver Anthony, it'll work for us.
You're like, hey, I'm here with blah blah blah. They're gonna go on and how's the day? Blah blah blah. Yeah.
So I'll make sure to capture some good photos of you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We're planning everyone's like, oh, you're the hometown boy. You better bring it. I'm like, all right, here we go.
Big shoes to fill. All right.
Yeah, here we go. Yep.
I think you got it covered. Just saying.
Well, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I've got a few of the more like up tempo kind of straightforward rock songs that I'm like, all right, guys, we're gonna like really pull together.
Bring it.
I'm gonna play like a black Telecaster I have and stuff.
Nice.
And play like electric for most of the show, I think.
I gotta say too. Speaking of which, I love your style. I love the branding.
What do you mean?
Right.
I love that.
That was on the guitar when I bought it.
And it's a commitment because you got it on your arm.
Yeah, I'm actually working on this right now. It's so there's going to be that same one right over here, and it's going to go up into
nice.
So the black rose is like it's just a symbol that it's funny because that exact one, which is on like a lot of my like logos and stuff for my music, is something that a friend of mine who draws and tattoos and stuff in another part of the world did, and I saw it and I was like, oh man, what is that? I love that. I messaged him and I was like, I love that like logo or whatever, that design. And he was like, oh, you like that? I was like, yeah. I was like, can I like buy that from you like to use? Like, would you be okay with that? And he was like, just take it, man. He was like, just use it. I was like, what? No, I want to give you something, like, just at least, if not initially, then over time or whatever. And he's like, just take it, man. I'd love to just see it out there, like not just sitting in my notebook or whatever,
that's awesome.
And so I have used it on everything. There's stickers all over the country with it on things. There's pins.
Well, we love our pins.
I know.
I had to bring something, for you guys. There's pins everywhere, and I mean, they're on shirts and stuff too, and so it's just like it to me. Sometimes people ask me, and it's like the black rose. It has a lot of different meanings if you just look up, Googling like a black rose or meaning or whatever. Because that's why I first was like, oh, I should make sure. What if it means something horrible too, or like what if it was used by the Nazis or something?
Right. We might need to change this color.
Yeah. So I looked into it, and there's lots of different meanings, but some in a lot of cultures it means like kind of like an homage to those who've passed or those not in your life anymore, or things even not in your life, and that's kind of like a power, like a powerful symbol it really like identified with it. I really identified with it, the meanings and the look of it and the feeling of it. And so I was like, yeah, this is something I want to perpetuate in my music.
Well, I love the branding, the marketing, and it's even now more meaningful with the story behind it. Especially,
thank you.
Especially, you're supporting your artist buddy there. Art's a huge, meaningful thing for me as well, because I love to draw, and artists, man, they have it tough sometimes.
Yeah, this day and age. Well, I feel like all artists do right now, especially. But yeah, especially like visual artists or people who draw, paint, things like that. It's tough with like everything being out there. If you put it out there, it's like, well, someone might steal this, or just take it, not credit me or whatever. Yeah. But I've tagged him in many of the things, and I've sent him a shirt and stuff. And
that's cool.
And he loves it. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Nikki, you got any other questions?
Yeah. So I mean, I know you've been some places and stuff. So like, what's one of the?
I came here today.
Yeah. So
this is my moment.
Woo! So this actually might be the answer to the question then. Craziest thing you ever encountered at a show or a gig?
Oh, I love this
and one. You don't need to filter.
No. The
FCC will let us be.
Yes.
Oh, I like that saying. That's cool.
Well, it's, Eminem. The FCC won't let me be.
Let me see what I wrote, because I definitely was like thinking about this one. Where is it? Inspired you, a dream. Craziest thing. Oh, here we go. Oh, there have been undergarments thrown on stage.
I feel like it's typical rock star stuff.
Well, right.
Pretty bland, I guess.
Yeah.
Fights, obviously. People. I mean, especially in the metal shows. I mean, it's like, people, cops coming, shutting shows down, all that stuff.
Oh wow.
I mean, that's the normal stuff, though. If you're doing it right, that should be on your roster somewhere.
That's a checklist item.
One of the funniest things, surprising things, was one time I was playing a show in Manhattan, Lower East Side Manhattan, at this place called Culture Fix, which I don't think is there anymore. But this is a personal one. I was opening for my friend Free Dominguez. It was like a bigger show down there, and I was like, I think I was right before them, and I was like, all right, this is my last song, blah blah blah. It was just solo. I was just playing solo.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I was playing it and just kind of feeling in, trying to rock it out, and I was like, all right, I was like, you know what? There's this big high note at the end. I was like, I'm just gonna hold to myself. I'm just gonna hold this note as long as I can and just see, whatever, just see what happens. And so I was playing and holding the note, seconds are going by, whatever. And then finally I just felt this feeling like I drifted off somewhere. And then the next thing I know, I kind of came back to, and I was on the ground, and my friends were on the stage around me, and they're like, you okay? And I was like, wait, what happened? What do you mean? And apparently I just passed out because I held the note for 20, 30 seconds or something.
Oh, no.
I was just like, I'm just going to hold it. And the next thing you know, I was like, apparently it's funny because they were like, you were still playing. So my automotive
it's
mind,
like when you black out from
when
drinking.
you play a song so much that you my hands were still working, but my head was gone, and I was like a monkey, just playing the song. And then all of a sudden just turned and fell over. And they were like, everyone was like, wow. And I was like, no, I didn't get to finish the song. I was bummed out. I was like, and I personally was like, oh, that's so unprofessional.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's horrible. I should know my own limits, or I should be able, I was like, that's terribly unprofessional and amateur of me. But everyone's like, no, that was you just stole the show. Because now everyone's going to be like, oh, that dude passed out on the stage.
He played his heart out until he passed out.
We're going to remember that. And
there's a limit to notes.
Yeah. After maybe 30 seconds, you should probably cut it, no matter how good of a singer you are.
Right?
Yeah, I just was like, that was a silly, crazy thing. But yeah, that was something interesting that I don't feel like every performer's probably had, but for good, for better, for worse.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, I love that question. That's my favorite question. We've had some pretty crazy answers.
Oh my God. Teletubbies. We had random people show up to somebody's show just dressed as Teletubbies and then just quickly, leave just like they appeared. And
that's a good one.
It
Yeah.
was random.
Yeah.
Just random.
I feel like a lot of mine are just you know, like I said, cops coming, shutting the shows down, fights, undergarments, the usual stuff.
Right.
Nothing too.
I know they hear that rock music, like, you can't have that rock music. That's the devil. Like
The devil.
The devil. Children, avert your ears.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, you gotta live, man. You gotta experience things, and you gotta just have fun. And everyone's gotta cut loose at some point.
Right.
You can't just stay bottled up your whole life.
And then if you have those people listen to rock long enough, they'll be dancing on the floor.
Whether they want to admit it or not, they're gonna play it later and be like,
yeah, exactly.
There's something freeing about it. Rock should be about like freedom and enjoying life, and for better or for worse, I guess. Yeah,
I know. It's funny that you mentioned that, because every time I'm like in my car, the sun's blaring, the weather's beautiful. I throw the windows down, the sunroof open, and I'm like, rock and roll.
Yeah, something just freeing about those feelings. Yeah. Well, I feel like it's the job of, all art, in my opinion, should somewhat have a level of controversy about them. The best art should kind of make you question things, or be like, kind of turn your head and try to look at them in a different way.
Right.
But I feel like it's the job of like rock music, especially, or metal and all that stuff, to kind of question things, or stir things up, or do something slightly controversial, as long as you're not killing people, hurting people, I guess. But it's like, no harm, no foul, but in that way. But it should be, all the best art is controversial.
Yeah,
it's the stuff that you remember too, because it makes you go, wow, do I agree with that? What do I think about that?
I made a statement.
How does that make me look at the world? How does it make me look at my life?
Right. And then I find that like there's not that many new rock bands or rock musicians anymore. Like, we've kind of shifted our tastes in music, but man, like Tool, Maynard, Perfect Circle, Nine Inch Nails, Metallica, System of a Down. The list goes on, and it's just these incredible acts that are out there. I mean, I'm not to brag, but also I think by the time this show drops, I will have already seen them. Metallica.
Yeah. See Metallica again.
25 years later. Not to brag, but
wow.
Yeah, we.
Oh, you saw him back in the day too. Then
Summer Sanitarium, 1999.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and this new band opening up for them. No one really heard about them. System of a Down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just like,
who are they?
And it was incredible. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so enough talk about Metallica, my show. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, you could talk forever about them.
Yeah.
Metallica, I mean,
oh my God, really?
One of the most prolific bands in history, probably. They open the doors for a lot of stuff. They're controversial in the way that a lot of people are like, they sold out, blah, blah, blah. Which, it's like, at a point I kind of feel a little bit like, it's a little cringy sometimes. But gosh, I mean, the foundation of their music and career is like door opening for sure in so many ways.
Yeah, I got introduced to them with the Kill 'Em All album or cassette. And then, Ride the Lightning, oh my God, everything up till the Black Album, and then even now their newer stuff. I'm starting to get, really back into it. Was it the Garage album or whatever? Say Anger? I don't remember, but I was like, well, okay, Lars, I don't know if that trash can's working.
Saint Anger. The Saint Anger snare is like iconic in metal underground, where people are like always just cite it. They're like the Saint Anger snares, like trash, literally.
yeah. But it's cool, like how those bands kind of inspire you. Do you have like a that one band that inspired you to get into this whole journey?
I think when I started doing my solo stuff, my solo acoustic kind of career, starting that, Sigur Rós was one of the bands I was listening to a lot. I've always loved like Radiohead.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and at the time I was getting to know as a person, and also getting into a lot of the music of this artist named Jimmy Gnecco.
Oh yeah,
and he's with the band Hours, and so I had actually seen him live because my friend was opening up for him, and then then coincidentally, I ended up opening a firm in New York City,
Wow.
and we know each other and everything. We have some similarities like vocally and stuff, and we both kind of do like the kind of like rock and roll, I guess, thing in some aspects. And yeah, he's a really great songwriter, and so I think a mixture of kind of those things, along with I also love a lot of metal, like some really intense metal.
Yeah.
And, also just really stripped down, intimate songwriters and stuff like that too. So yeah, all kinds of kind of a mixture of all those. But I guess maybe like Radiohead and Sigur Rós and Jimmy Gnecco, stuff like that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I love Radiohead. You know, Creep, Karma Police.
Yeah.
You know, and even the more obscure stuff. Just
Yeah.
you can just get lost.
Amnesiac, Kid A, all that stuff. Yeah.
You can just get lost in that.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
So speaking of getting lost again, it's that segue. You won't let it go.
Land the
like
plane.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. So somehow we plan all this. This is all scripted.
Full
It's
circle.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's dive into another song, shall we?
Sure. Like I said, I hope I'm not peeking it. I'm trying to.
No, you're great.
Okay, good.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Nope. Nikki.
Christopher.
And Nicholas.
Nikki, Chris, Nikki,
Christine.
Nikki, Chris.
I know. Here.
Here's Chrissy.
Here we're fluid. We just, whatever. We just go with the flow.
Yeah, love it.
Go with the flow. So, Nikki, you want to field the next one?
Sure.
You guys are doing a great job, by the way. Love it.
Oh, thanks.
Having a blast.
A dream venue that if you could perform anywhere in the world,
Oh yeah.
or have you already done that?
I mean, there should always be future goals. If you don't have something you haven't done, then stagnance is death.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. There's tons of them. One of the biggest ones I was thinking of that, I mean, it seems really far off to ever do it because it's so exclusive. It's like Red Rocks or something. Just because I've heard it's, one, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Two, so many of them amazing acts have played there. Three, it's such a cool location, like out, it's separated from everything.
Right.
And I also heard it's like acoustically perfect.
It is.
Like
yeah.
where you can, if you're just anywhere in the whole place, you can just hear everything perfectly. And for a musician, that's like, that's amazing. Yeah, that's great. And just to be on that stage, looking out into that mountainous crowd, it's so cool.
Oh, absolutely. I know. My first introduction to Red Rock was my dad. He had this cassette that he loved playing. It was the Moody Blues performed at Red Rock.
Yeah, I mean, so many amazing acts have played there. Even there's even comedians now that perform there, Bill Burr.
Oh yeah,
I love Bill Burr. Yeah. He has a special on Netflix, I think, that he did at Red Rocks. It's like, wow,
that's great.
To be a comedian doing Red Rocks.
Yeah,
you've gone somewhere.
Oh yeah. And I watched a few more after that. I think it was David Gilmour performing there.
Oh wow.
And that was. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, there's even metal bands that play there, like Gojira. They have a thing on YouTube, a live concert at Red Rocks. Gojira, that band, metal band. Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine metal. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah,
I'd be afraid of causing an avalanche.
Yeah, right. A rock just falls. Yeah,
that's the real definition of rock, folks.
It'd be like a death clock,
like a Wile E. Coyote moment.
Yeah, it'd be like a death clock show.
Yeah, a little arm comes out at the end of the rock that says a little sign says help.
I'm trying to see if there's somewhere else that I thought of because I tried to put a lot of thought into these questions you guys sent me. They're awesome questions.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it was. I know there's a lot. There's a lot to choose from out there.
Oh yeah. I think I just put Red Rocks. That's it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a
good one though.
I'd love to. So as surprising as it is to even me, I haven't had the chance to play outside of the States at all. So I'd love to finally someday play in Europe somewhere, anywhere. That's why I was actually trying to book a show in Iceland when I was like, for when I was going there. But I just think they were like, yeah, no, we don't want any Americans playing here right now.
Well, you know who you are.
Yeah. So I was like, well, but I'm going to keep trying. Like a lot of my friends, I have a number of friends that tour in different parts of the world, especially Europe. And one of my good friends, Mike Borch, just did another tour there. And I'm like, man, I'd love to just tag along with any of these guys. Or there's another tour that I used to do with a different tour group that went through the States all over the place. And they do strings in Europe. And I'm like, man, someday I'd love to play even just one show outside of the U.S. just to be like,
it's going to manifest
I played outside of the U.S. Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah.
International, my friend.
Yeah. Well, then you can officially be like, you're international. Internationally touring.
That's right. That's right.
Kind of.
Internationally touring
one show.
rock star on our roster.
Right. Yeah.
It's on the
books. No, I'd love to just play. I mean, I like traveling, and I feel like I've played it almost every state in the U.S. I haven't played like Alaska or Hawaii.
So the continuous ones.
Yeah, the OG states I've hit a lot of times.
Well, by the time this drops, this show will be worldwide.
Wide.
So
anyone that likes what they hear, want to pull me on a tour anywhere in the world, I'd be happy to go.
Where in the world is Seth Newton?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
I don't hate it.
Yeah, that's one of those.
That'd be a fun game. I'll play that game.
Right.
It's like Where's Waldo? Only like the musical edition.
Yeah.
Where's Black Rose?
Yeah.
You can spot the Black Rose somewhere.
I love that. That's great. Yeah. So the man. Okay. Okay. So, we did that one. I know. I'm like, oh, we fast.
No, this must be like these shows must be a lot of fun for you guys too. Like, maybe not this one, but the other ones probably.
No, they're all great. Seriously, it's so much fun just to have, meet our new musicians, new ones that we had. Some of our musicians we've just known for.
They're just good friends.
Good friends.
And we're just like, hey, how's it going, dude?
Dude.
Just hanging out with our friends,
Yeah.
But to meet new people, like yourself, come in and like, okay,
Right.
this is awesome.
And I think ever since our COVID years, all the isolation, people have forgotten how to connect.
Yeah.
And so when we have our musicians like yourself and everybody else come down and just talk, like you realize like, oh yeah, there's that connection.
Yeah, we're all human. We all share the human experience for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing else.
Exactly. And it kind of just makes it like, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe this song that I'm working on, I can put it out there. Like, I'm watching this show and I can just do what these guys do. So hopefully it encourages people to just put it out there.
I think it definitely did when I was a kid. Like when I would see, I think I was like attracted to music right away because whenever I would see anyone playing music, I was like entranced. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, it's something about it was like instantly like spellbinding. I was like, wow.
Right.
But I think that's for sure like younger generations and stuff. And
because they don't have access to, technically MTV exists, but not in the way
Showcasing pregnant teenagers.
Yeah, right.
Just reality TV.
It's not the same, right?
Orange Guidos.
I am glad that Beavis and Butthead's kind of making a comeback, and that's
somewhat of a resurgence.
Fire.
That's a really good impression. You even like looked like it in a way.
Beavis, you're just gonna have to like let go, like
we go feral.
Are you gonna be like the great Chris Holio?
Yeah, that's good. That was in your formative years. Huh? That was a deep one.
Yeah. But so going back to the MTV days, our generation or our younger generations don't have access to that anymore.
No.
I
know, what a shame too, because what a cool thing like MTV. This is dating all of us, I guess, but back in the day, like that's another thing. I used to stay up late and watch like MTV.
Yeah.
So I'd see all these crazy music videos like late at night. And I was like, I'm sure that had an impact on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. It's like you can't. I guess there's YouTube now and everything. If anything, it's kind of like there's less and more of all of it,
right?
Because it's like it is out there, but it's just not like as much in the mainstream, I guess.
It's not structured the same way.
And it's like there's more. I hate to say there's just more trash in the mainstream.
There is like
just all.
That's what happens when you can, anybody and everyone has access to, a platform now.
And that's the thing. Like it's like, hey, here's 20 minutes of QVC. Okay, now music.
Yeah, it's more about selling and marketing and just product sales. Yeah. Like it's more just advertisements and commercials everywhere, or like people just trying to sell things in that way than it is about any real content for the most part.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you look back, maybe like even to like even the 40s, 50s, or like when TV I guess first started, maybe the 50s, 60s, 50s,
50s.
After even radio, old radio was like there was shows, like there was music,
right,
and acting, and like it was content, like real like tangible stuff, art and stuff,
right.
And then over the years, it's slowly kind of watered down to just like the garbage.
Yeah.
But even if you look back into like the 80s, 90s, there was a lot of cool shows still and like content, like tangible artistic content happening that you could actually consume like safely.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to do here or accomplish is kind of like bring that content back.
Yeah.
We have just the. I remember my favorite from Metallica. I'm thinking Metallica. So, my favorite from MTV, besides Metallica, were the MTV Unplugged shows.
Oh my gosh,
You know,
amazing!
yeah.
Behind the music, those were cool.
Oh, I love behind the music.
Was it VH1 that did that?
Yeah, that was VH1.
Was it like, weren't they merged at one point? Are they still? I don't even know. I know they were like, I thought at one point that they kind of owned each other, like MTV owned VH1 later or something. I don't know.
There was something. Yeah, because
they merged at some point, I think.
Right.
But
yeah.
ate it. Probably MTV probably ate VH1.
There was this one. It didn't last long, but there was like this little segment of life where cable became really big, and then you had like 6 MTVs and like 5 VH1s.
Well, yeah, but even then there was the cool like channels, like what was it, MTV 1 or whatever, MTV 2, where they would actually play music videos all the time.
Right.
Remember that?
It was dedicated.
Well, that was cool, yeah, because then you could actually still see music videos, and it was like, if you didn't want to watch Jersey Shore all the time, you could actually still see music. But short-lived, I guess.
So, I mean, the fact that we have this, we're very grateful. We have this opportunity to kind of like reinvent this experience and hopefully, bring it to a newer generation and give them a little sense of how good we had it when we were kids.
Yeah, well, I think it's like stuff like this, and some of my friends and I, when we're like partying or hanging out, cutting loose a little bit, we'll throw on like those NPR Tiny Desk shows.
Oh, I love those.
They're so good. There's so many amazing musicians that they put on there. Like my friend showed me, Dave showed me a bunch of people I'd never heard of, and I was like, these guys are awesome.
Oh,
like, this is so good. Like, that's a really cool show. Like that string of shows that they've put together like that.
And as small as this room is, they have a really tiny
tiny desk.
A closet.
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the charm of it, though. That's cool. Yeah, I love those. Yeah, you guys are doing a great thing here, and I mean, there should just be so much more of this.
Oh yeah,
and it's amazing that you guys are putting this together. It's so good.
Well, it's been a fun experience. We've had what's really even cool is that we've come across other musicians and other aspiring podcasters who are now starting their own show, putting a spotlight on music, and I think it's great. We're not competitive here.
No, if we all can help each other,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Everyone's got their own different flavor and style of doing things. Yeah,
right.
It's not a competition everywhere.
Because our show can't feature all the super talented musicians. We'll try.
We're trying.
We're trying.
I mean, there's a never ending.
I haven't had a weekend off in, months.
Oh, what are weekends off?
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, at least it doesn't take the whole day up. At least you could still do something after too.
And honestly, I think Nikki can agree as well. Not that I want to talk for you, but this is fun. This is like.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
She's like, well, you're a bit much, Chris.
I mean, I'm still here on page, aren't I? Like,
yeah.
There's something about it I like.
Yeah, good for you. We're very lucky to have you.
But all the free snacks we can eat.
Oh, yeah, I do take advantage of the free snacks.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So just checking up on the time. We are nearing our end here.
We're actually at 1:15.
Oh, wow.
We've only been recording for 1:15 seconds.
No. I mean, 1:15.
Hour 15.
Because
no, you're fine.
Yes.
I was just teasing.
Yeah. Because you pulled the Nikki.
I did.
Yeah.
But I love all of this.
Yeah.
I love absolutely all of this.
Will this be the first hour and a half segment?
Yeah, it might. Well, so that's the thing.
Or you just cut it up, I guess.
Yeah, well, some of that's probably going to be...
well, yeah, we can cut out me yelling at people. And
yeah.
I mean, that's my favorite part.
We might keep that in. That might be
You should
fun.
put it as a blooper thing.
Yeah.
All the different ones. Yeah.
But, we appreciate you coming down. We appreciate everything, reaching out in the beginning and just, being so eager to come on the show. And we're so thankful.
that means a lot to us.
Oh, yeah.
Really
that
does.
you recognized us and wanted to come see us.
Yeah, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here, like I said. And, I love being a part of and supporting things like this.
Yeah.
Not only is it's obviously a plus for me as well, because you guys are giving me a platform to share my music and to share myself, I guess, in a lot of ways. But also it's just it's an amazing kind of stepping stone that you guys are giving to the community of allowing the community of all ages to see and connect with local artists and
Yeah.
and with you guys. You know, you guys are you guys are running the whole thing. You guys are the personalities. It's awesome.
Yeah.
We get a lot of that.
No shortage there.
If it's one good thing, if it's one thing that Nikki and I are good at, not talking, but pushing buttons. We like to push buttons.
Yeah, especially mine.
Yeah, Nikki's buttons are pushed. But yeah, no, seriously, thank you so much. And so we'll do a couple things before. I'm going to have you close out with just one more song.
Sure.
But before that, how can people find your music, find you, and all that?
Yeah, so if you even just Google my name, Seth Newton, everything should come up. But also, I have the handle Seth Newton Music on basically all media platforms. And if you even just type my name, Seth Newton, to whatever your favorite streaming service is, everything should come up. There should be at least something in there.
Nice.
For sure.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I mean, we'll make sure to promote you. We'll send some links. Guys, you'll be able to find the links down below. I feel like...
Oh, you should get this
See your little miming. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah. They're right here.
Oh, yeah.
They're right
It should be
here.
a magical... shows up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
There we
That's
go.
exactly the sound that I was thinking. I was like, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but at that point we'll have a bigger budget, so we'll be able to do some Michael Bay effects there.
Yeah.
Lots of explosions.
Pyrotechnics.
That's right. But yeah, no, thank you so much, and guys, let's give the people one more song.
All right. This song is called Marionette. I don't wanna be the one left here all alone. You said just keep singing your song. So if you're ever turned around, I'll sing you another song. I see the fear in your eyes. You open up the door and went inside. Oh yeah. I don't wanna be the one left here all alone. You said just keep singing your song. So if you're sing you this song.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh man, I'm fanboying here.
Well, that makes two of us. I'm fanboying over you guys.
Oh man, this is great. This has been awesome. I
Thank
really
you,
appreciate you, and again, thank you so much for
Reaching out.
Yeah, everything. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the opportunity, and it's been awesome. This has been a blast.
Yeah,
It has been
definitely. It really has.
Too much fun.
Yeah.
It's too much fun, even for a Saturday.
Right? Exactly.
I mean, I can think of worse ways to spend a Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. This is definitely not at the top of that list. Luckily.
No, thank you again. And guys, you've been watching another episode of the Musical Chairs Massachusetts. Make sure that you support us, and you do so by following all our social media accounts, subscribe to our YouTube, and also follow us on our podcast. And you too can be a musician, so make sure you follow us and let you get inspired by all this awesome conversation and music. So we appreciate you guys, and thank you so much. And thank you to our guest, Seth. Thank you, Nikki.
Nikki.
Let's give it up for Nikki.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nikki.
Thank you guys. And again, that's been another episode of the Musical Chairs of Massachusetts. Bye.
Bye.
Too.